Hi everyone, it's Kim here with Save the Day's video tutorial of the week, and I want to talk to you about point of view. Point of view is the perspective from which the story is told. It does a few different things. It helps to determine the voice and the character development, so you want to choose what's right for your particular work. But don't think you're completely locked in because the POV can change. Now let's look at what the options are. There's the first person point of view. It's the most intimate. You'll see this perspective particularly in some genres like urban fantasy, young adult. The reason why it can be so popular is because everything we see, hear, and experience is coming to us through the person telling the story. So we get identified, we get immersed. A sentence that represents the first person point of view is, "I knew I didn't belong the instant my foot crossed the threshold." Contrast that with second person. You're not going to see it much in fiction, but it does occur. J. McInerney's Bright Lights Big City is an example. And that same sentence in the second person would go something like this. "You know you don't belong the instant your foot crosses the threshold." It's kind of cool, but you also have to be careful because how you portray that character is going to determine your readership's connection. The third person, probably the most common approach to POV, is more distant and it can have more opportunities. This is where the narrator tells you what's happening. It can be limited or it can be omniscient, where the narrator knows what's going on in everybody's head. So it's something like, "She knew she didn't belong the instant her foot crossed the threshold." That's past tense. Omniscient would be, "She knew she didn't belong the instant her foot crossed the threshold, and so did everyone else in the room." So how do you choose? The point of view often comes out organically. You have an idea, you sit down, you start to write. It's going to have the flavor of the character. But if you're locked into always writing third person, you may be reticent to branch out and try first person, or vice versa. So think about it. If you want to write a story where the individual is very quirky, very edge, has their own kind of language, you might want to use first person. But if you have a lot of characters and you're spanning great distances, generations or planets across the universe, you may want third person, where it can be a lot easier to move between point of view characters. And finally, how do you test that you're sticking to your chosen POV? Ask, can the character know this? And is meaning enhanced by the point of view? You want to find the voice and the person to best tell that story or that chapter or that scene. Okay, I invite you all to pay attention to point of view, examine your own, and maybe have a play with writing in a different point of view from what you're accustomed. That's it for now. Thanks for